And we're back here at Inside the Ropes. We are live at Starrcast II, the sequel, Bigger, Better, Badder. And we are here with Bigger, Better, Badder himself. It's Eric Bischoff, the one man that defeated Vince McMahon. Hi, Eric.
Yeah, I defeated him for a minute, but...
83 weeks.
It was a sweet minute. Good to see you again.
I was curious because there's a different vibe to this weekend because it's part of AEW, it's part of going to TNT and all this kind of stuff, and you're the one guy that was able to put something together that the wrestling fans went for and was able to beat WWF. Are there any similarities that you see so far? I mean, obviously they've not done a show yet. That's tonight or tomorrow night. But how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Because you're in a unique position compared to anyone else in this building.
I think there's one underlying, I think, similarity, and that's, and I've seen this now, I've been talking about it for a few years, but I think because of the lack of competition, because of the sameness that exists within WWE programming, and it's not bad, it's just very much the same. The tone is the same, the styles are the same, the presentation is the same, the interviews kind of all feel the same. So I think the audience now has finally gotten to the point where they really are craving something different. It doesn't have to be better, it just has to be different. And I think what AEW has the opportunity to do now is to present the product in a different and unique way that's unique enough so that wrestling fans can feel like they honestly have a legitimate alternative, but not so unique that it doesn't look like wrestling anymore. That's a very good position to be in, and I envy them for being in the position that they put themselves into. They've worked hard for this.
And you must look at this and kind of analyze different things that are going on. There's been, at the beginning when the announcement was AEW are going to be on TNT, there was that graphic of like AEW TNT with a fire, basically the Nitro nod. And some people said, wouldn't it be great if like Brian Pillman Jr. faced off as Jushin Liger in the first one? Do you think that it's smart for them to do some nods to the previous TNT show, to WCW, with the Rhodes connection, or do they stay away from it? What would you do?
I would stay away from it in the beginning because you don't want to hang your hat on or brand yourself too closely with something like Nitro. Nitro came along at a point in time that was very unique. We went directly head-to-head with WWE. AEW is not going to do that. So rather than relying too much on that association, I would establish my own brand first, and then after I get a little bit of momentum on my own, then I would probably do a wink and a nod over to Nitro or some of the previous relationships. But I wouldn't depend on it, and I wouldn't come out of the chute doing it, because if it was me, the last thing I want people to do is to compare me to Monday Nitro during the Monday Night Wars, because that situation will never happen again. The world has changed in too many different ways for that opportunity to be there again. So rather than comparing my brand to WCW or to Nitro, I would want to stand on my own.
And one of the things that's been interesting about watching kind of the development of the AEW preparation has been, there has been a few, little shots at WWE or little kind of bits, and you were famous for that. Is there one particular shot that you took at WWE on air, or anything that you just kind of still laugh and think, I think that was funny, I think it was fair game? Because you would give away results. Is there any you remember?
I think when I challenged Vince McMahon to a fight.
I thought that was great.
I think that was some of the best TV I've ever done.
Was there any part of you that thought he might show up?
Oh yeah.
And what were you going to do if he did show up?
I was going to fight him.
Were you confident that you would come out on top of that?
No, didn't matter. What mattered is that he showed up. What matters, look, we're still, I came up again this morning in an eat and greet. People still ask me questions about that fight that didn't happen 20 some odd years later. Just imagine how they'd be talking about it if it would have happened. It would have been a great moment in television history.
And one other question I really wanted to ask you specifically because of your history and where you are. So, if, say for example, we're in an era now where WWE, they're safe, right? They've got so much money, the TV deals, all that kind of stuff. But it feels like if AEW were somehow one day to take over a rating of Raw or something like that, they were to win a week somewhere here or there, how do you think Vince McMahon would react to that? Even though he's safe, how do you think he would react to another company beating him in a rating like that now?
I think in a twisted, dark way, he'd probably very privately be excited about that, because I think it would fire him up. He's a fighter. You know, it's one thing I've learned about Vince McMahon, you know, competing against him, being in federal litigation and court against him, working for him. He is, at his core, a fighter. And I think he likes the fight. I think he would embrace the fight, and it would make the product even better.
Very last question. What match do you think is going to be the most talked about match from AEW Double or Nothing, or steal the show? Just the match that you think people might be talking about coming out of it.
It's got to be Omega and Jericho. You know, I mean, come on. It's got to be.
You got a prediction?
Omega.
You heard it here first. Eric, thank you very much.
All right, man. Thank you.